On the news tonight, Cross River State Government approves major intervention in key areas of development as Governor Otu lifts embargo on employment. Ministry of International Donor Coordination engages staff on a 3-day capacity building to boost professionalism. Plus, Cross River State Judiciary ruled on an ex parte motion filed by Nigeria Police Force against former Governor Ayade's aide, Dr. Oscar Ofuka. Details shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Uduak Etam. The Cross River State Executive Council has approved a series of major interventions in key areas of development, including education, health, infrastructure, security for mining communities, and a draft bill for a state-owned social investment program agency. The Executive Council meeting, presided over by the state governor, Senator Basio II, also witnessed the governor announcing the lifting of embargo on employment in the state government service. The report is here presented from our studio.
Addressing the exco, the governor noted that of critical challenges are faced by the state and its citizens that necessitate major interventions in the state civil service, education, health, infrastructure, and human empowerment without taking away the attention already given to agriculture and tourism. In that regard, he disclosed that he has approved fresh employment into the state civil service following numerous retirements in recent years of workers who have served for 35 years or reached the 60-year benchmark in service. The governor disclosed that up to 2,000 new employees are expected in the state civil service, but warned heads of departments and those who will be saddled with the assignment to employ into the service must ensure equity, strength, and fair representation of all the 18 local government areas in the state. He further disclosed that his administration had recently secured funding for the commencement of a rail link between the southern and northern reaches of the state to facilitate the easy movement of agricultural products that abound in the state. Specifically, the railway will link the Bakassi local government area in the southern flank of the state to the Ogoja, Obudu, Bekwara local government areas in the northern district of the state. He emphasized his commitment to putting in place a system that will ensure a revolutionary infrastructural renewal in at least 1,000 schools across the state. The governor acknowledged the improved attitude of residents and businesses in the state towards governance, citing instances of citizens' compliance with the payment of tax.
Chief Magistrate Okoro at Court 7 of the Chief Magistrate Complex, Cross River State Judiciary, has ruled on an ex parte motion filed before it by the Nigeria Police Force to remand former Governor Ben Ayade's aide, Dr. Oscar Ofuka, who took ill while standing trial for a murder case, back to the African Correctional Center. The Chief Magistrate ruled that the applicant, the Nigeria Police Force, should take the suspect, the first respondent, Dr. Oscar Ofuka, to the police clinic to access medical care and adjourn sitting for 1 week. Paul Abel was there and now completes the story.
Special advisor to former Governor Ben Ayade on cocoa development and control, Dr. Oscar Ofuka, who is currently incapacitated, is standing trial with 3 other respondents on a murder case of a man who was killed on his cocoa farm in a Tung local government area. The first respondent is facing several court suits by the state government, allegedly masterminded by the SSG and the state security advisor on the role he played in allotting the state-owned cocoa estate for 6 years, which was approved by the previous administration.
When Ofuka came into office, he knew very well that he would not be able to function without having peace. So he got approval from the then governor to ensure that he first and foremost pay the royalties and rents meant for the landlord communities and settle everybody. So the governor gave approval, not from government revenue, but giving him permission to lease estate, the cocoa estate, portions of the cocoa estate, to tenants for the purpose of raising money. And it was very specific for 6 years, because they have calculated and know that if they get up to 6 years, they will be able to raise the amount of money that was needed. The tenants signed and paid government money, not to Ofuka. The monies were not paid to a private account. It was paid into government account, Internal Revenue Service. And they settled the community and there was peace. He brought in improved cocoa, planted. The people now to take over their farms to enable them realize their investment. Secretary to the state government and others now said, how can he enter into agreement beyond 6 years, beyond the tenure of Ayade? But he did not ask that the indebtedness was before the tenure of Ayade and beyond the tenure of Ayade, which is settled.
On 11th July 2024, Dr. Ofuka collapsed while standing trial on this murder case and has been hospitalized since then. But counsel to the police and applicant prayed that the suspect be remanded at the correctional center, while counsel to the first respondent prayed that his client be granted bail for treatment, since only the living can stand trial, as his client is yet to be charged after investigations concluded by the police. After listening to both sides, the chief magistrate, who observed that the first respondent remained motionless on the floor throughout the court proceedings, to satisfy humanity and good conscience, ruled that the first respondent, Dr. Oscar Ofuka, be given medical attention at the police clinic, while the 3 other respondents be remanded at African Correctional Center. Attempts to speak with counsel to the applicant were unsuccessful as he boarded his vehicle and drove off.
The government know the persons that killed that man in that estate. The file is with the state police command. This one that the AIG's office is doing. They are just playing on the surface of it. They know the truth. So why we are here and we are worried is that we have told them Ofuka is not afraid of standing trial, but if he is not well, as they have tortured him to the level you people have seen, he needs to be in a place where he can receive his treatment to enable him be well and stand his trial.
The case has been adjourned to 16th August 2024, when the court will resume sitting. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
A break now, the news continues shortly. Stay with us.
This is Two Smile Hotel and Suite, giving you the best of hospitalities under a well-secured environment with reliable power supply. Come, savor the aura of royal treatment. Let's pamper you for a while with exotic drinks from our exquisite bar, continental and African dishes in our homely restaurant. Classy and spacious rooms ensuing lasting comfort. We've got the luxury hosting you and your guests in Queensley Conferencing. Truly an indelible impression. To Smile, exclusive access to unique experience.
Are you looking for a secured environment with good parking space and a natural ambience? Then look no further. Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground has got you covered for marriages, parties, and all kinds of events. Have an event at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground, you stand a chance to get a discounted rate for your event coverage. For bookings, please call Jane 0806 353 3069. Celebrate your events at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground. Nta Calabar, the station for the people.
Welcome back and thanks for being there. To further improve the performance of their staff for effective representation, the Ministry of International Donor Coordination is engaging its staff on a 3-day capacity building. Arotendem captured the opening of the exercise and now reports.
The 3-day training is aimed at developing staff of the ministry in the area of professionalism for effective representation of the corporation. The trainees were trained on internal and external proposal writing.
The essence is to be sure that the MIDC staff are empowered to manage programs, donor programs in Cross River. It was well planned because it will benefit the state. Cross River State is trying to be sure that donor funds are properly managed and utilized.
Staff of the Ministry of International Donor Coordination say the training will help them perform their jobs effectively while lauding Governor Basio for the kind gesture.
This training first by giving us the basic concept of donor coordination, by the principle of how to write concept notes, how to write reports, proper report that can attract funding. So with this now we can prepare ourselves to develop concept proposals that will attract funding.
The aspect of proposal and concept notes, because in the previous time I used to mix them, but because of this capacity building, I now know the difference between the concept notes and proposal writing.
Permanent Secretary, Ministry of International Donor Coordination, Dr. Christopher Aneke, commended the DEX officers for their resilience and commitment in the discharge of their duties.
His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, is very factual about what he wants, People's First Agenda, and our mandate to coordinate all this project is also targeted at achieving this mandate. And so today we have decided that we should build the capacity of our staff, especially the DEX officer, so that when they are out there with project coordinators and other staff of the project, they will know exactly what we are requiring for. At least something for the website, something for the periodic journals that we prepare, quarterly journals and all that.
In Calabar, Arut Ndem, NTA News.
The Brotherhood of the Cross and Star is calling on the heads of government in Nigeria and across the world to implement policies which have direct bearing on the lives and welfare of the people, while calling on citizens not to take laws into their hands to resolve perceived grievances. This was at a press briefing by the spokesman of the Brotherhood of the Cross and Star to commemorate the 66th anniversary of the Eton Day, also known as the March of the Redeemed, at 34 Ambo Street, Calabar. Paul Ebel reports.
The 8th Eton Day, March of the Redeemed on 8 August 1958, was the day Brotherhood of the Cross and Star was revealed to the world from the location it was sited, denoting the beginning of the black race emancipation, and since then it has been a yearly celebration with peaceful procession around the headquarters of the BCS.
The celebration reflects the significant spiritual and physical impact of BCS on Nigeria and the world. The event, which began on 8 August 1958, symbolizes the establishment of God's kingdom on earth as prophesied in Revelation. The March of the Redeemed from the Eton Street in Mbupa Road in Calabar signaled the revelation of Brotherhood of the Cross and Star as God's new kingdom on earth, as recorded in Revelation chapter 11 verse 15, Revelation chapter 21 verse 1 to 5, with members clad in white soutane representing purity and righteousness. Indeed, it is humanity's celebration of redemption, unity, and salvation in one brotherhood of God, man, and other creations of God.
The spokesman, who affirms that a BCS is a symbol of peace, revealed that the intervention of leader Obu brought the Nigerian civil war to an end, and calls on governments to jettison segregational policies and throws more light about a BCS.
The presence of BCS in Nigeria has greatly contributed to the country's unity and progress, with His Holiness Olumba Obu having intervened spiritually in critical moments of the nation's history, including the end of the Nigerian Civil War. Since 1958, Brotherhood of the Cross and Star has organized numerous peace advocacy programs annually across various states in Nigeria and beyond.
in an interactive session with the NUJ chairman and members of the press. Other key officials also speak on the prophecies of leader Oobu and other issues.
The everlasting gospel of His Holiness Olumba Olumbabu has transformed lives, bringing healing, hope, and righteousness. The economic impact of BCS is also notable, particularly in Cross River State and Nigeria at large. The time has come for leaders to embrace a new paradigm, one that prioritizes dialogue over discord, empathy over ego, and the common good over personal or institutional gain. His Holiness Olumba Olumbabu has declared that God is watching and will judge everyone by their actions.
The father pronounced far back that a black man will rule America, and nobody believed. It has come to pass that a black man ruled America from the White House. Our father pronounced that Mandela will be out of prison after 27 years incarceration. Has it not come to pass?
So we in Brotherhood of the Cross of Star, we are not in doubt of the personality of the Godhead in our midst. We say it without any fear of equivocation that the Godhead is now on earth. And let everyone come to him and receive solution to all their numerous problems in the name and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Special prayers were offered for the peace of the nation and the state. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
That is it on our news. Thanks for watching. I am Udwak Etam.